Hey everyone, my name is Mark, and these are your tips and tricks for Les Mills RPM 70. This release brings great contrast in the music as well as the track profiles. You and your participants are going to experience the difference between the short, fast intervals in the speed tracks and the long, heavy endurance climbs in the strength tracks. The highlight of this release are tracks 2 and 3. There are 4 short efforts in track 2. Now, that might not sound like much, but the 2 15-second seated races followed by the 2 15-second standing attacks are nothing to ignore. Yes, I said standing attacks in track 2. It's very important to go back to basics and clearly coach the kind of resistance that your participants should be using when sprinting out of the saddle. This will keep them safe and help maximize their efforts. Track 3 is faster than our typical hill track. We'll be clocking in at 87 RPMs. There are 3 long 90-second climbs with only 30 seconds of recovery in between. The fast pace and short recoveries are guaranteed to get your participants in the anaerobic zone early and often. Be sure to coach the options to reduce resistance whenever they sit down during the working efforts. And make sure to read the room for the new participants. We want everyone to have a successful climb. Now, let's talk about your voice and how to bring your tracks to life. In track 1, use a conversational voice to match the sound. And don't get too technical. Give them just enough to get started, then invite them into your ride with the music, lyrics, and your personality. Track 2 has a light sound in the prep phase and a driving beat in the working phase. Stay light and campy during the prep, and then drop the hammer with the bigger voice during the work. Track 3 has a light-hearted, quirky sound. Keep a demanding tone in your voice throughout the track, but not too over the top. This isn't one of those hardcore, grinded-out type of climbs. In track 4, there's a free-flowing, cruisy type of sound. This is a good opportunity to pull your voice back again to something more conversational. Bring back the urgency in your voice during the last block to get your participants ready for the back half of the class. Track 5, POD, nothing else to say. It's all about the heavy guitars. Get big, stay big. Track 6 has an uplifting sound with great build-ups to the work. Use a gradual build in your voice as you approach. When the work hits, get big to motivate your participants to push themselves. In track 7, you'll get to test your range with the highs of the big climb and the lows of the recovery. Match your voice to the recoveries and the peaks to create the journey for your participants. Okay team, that's it for RPM 70. Let us know what you want to hear more of in the next tips and tricks video by clicking on the link down below in the description. Until then, I'll see you next time.